They wanted me dead. Let me say that again. They wanted me dead. This is what they planned for the night of January 3rd, 2026. I am speaking to you today because they failed. But before I continue, I want you to remember one thing. Write it down. Tattoo it on your heart. Share it with every young African you know. A slave who does not rebel does not deserve pity. We do not ask anyone to feel sorry for us. We fight. This is not just a quote. This is our philosophy. This is what separates us from those who kneel. Now let me tell you exactly what happened, every detail, so the truth is recorded forever. On January 3rd, 2026, while Burkina Faso slept, while mothers held their children, while farmers rested from their labor, while students dreamed of tomorrow, assassins were finalizing their plan in the shadows. The hour was set, before midnight. The targets were confirmed. The weapons were ready. Foreign forces were positioned at the borders, waiting for the signal. Step 1. Kill me. The word they used in their communications was neutralize. Such a clean word for murder. Either a bullet from someone close to me, someone I trusted, or explosives planted in my residence to kill me and my family together while we slept. Step 2. Destroy our drone base. These drones are the eyes of our military. They help us locate terrorists before they massacre our villages. Without them, our soldiers fight blind. Without them, innocent people die. Step 3. Create chaos. With the president dead and the military crippled, panic would spread through the capital. The government would be paralyzed. The people would be confused and terrified. Step 4. Foreign invasion. External forces were ready at the borders. By sunrise, foreign troops would enter Ouagadougou. By noon, a puppet government would be announced. By evening, Burkina Faso would be a colony again. Our gold would flow out. Our dignity would be crushed. Our children would grow up in chains. This was not imagination. This was not paranoia. We have the phone recordings. We have the bank transfers. We have the communications. We have the confessions of those we arrested. And at the center of this conspiracy, sitting in a comfortable villa in Lomé, Togo, making phone calls, transferring money, recruiting traitors inside our military, sat Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba. Let me tell you about this man. Let me tell you the full story of betrayal. In January 2022, Damiba led a coup against President Roch-Marc Christian Kabore. The people supported him. Why? Because Kabore was seen as a French puppet, a banker who served Paris instead of Ouagadougou. The people believed Damiba would be different. They believed he would expel French troops. They believed he would fight for sovereignty. Damiba betrayed that trust. 8 months he ruled. 8 months of nothing. The French troops stayed. The terrorists kept attacking. Our soldiers kept dying without equipment. Villages kept burning. Nothing changed. The only difference was the name on the palace door. I was in the north during those months, a captain fighting alongside my brothers. I saw soldiers go into battle with 10 bullets each. 10 bullets against terrorists armed with weapons from Libya, weapons provided by foreign intelligence services. I saw my friends die in my arms. I carried their bodies. I wrote letters to their mothers. And I saw the corruption. Politicians in Ouagadougou handing out suitcases of cash while we had nothing. Generals getting rich while privates got buried. In September 2022, I led a movement to remove Damiba. Not for power. I was 34 years old, a captain with no political experience. I wanted to be a soldier, not a president. But I could not stay silent while my country bled. When I took power, I had a choice. I could have imprisoned Damiba. I could have tried him for his failures. Some wanted me to execute him as a traitor. I chose mercy. I allowed him to leave freely. I guaranteed his safety, his rights, his dignity. I let him go to Togo with his family, his money, his life. I thought he would accept this mercy. I thought he would retire quietly. I thought there was still honor in him. This was my mistake, perhaps my greatest mistake as a leader. For 3 years, while I expelled French troops, while I nationalized our gold mines, while I built roads and schools, while I achieved food self-sufficiency, while I fought terrorists in the north, Damiba sat in Togo and plotted my death. 3 years of phone calls to traitors, 3 years of money transfers to conspirators, 3 years of meetings with foreign intelligence agents, 3 years of planning the night of January 3rd. Let me tell you something about betrayal. When a stranger attacks you, it is war. When a brother attacks you, it is heartbreak. Damiba and I wore the same uniform. We swore the same oath. We were supposed to protect the same people. And he sold all of that for foreign money and a promise of power. But here is what the plotters did not expect. Here is what they will never understand because they do not know Africa. At 1 a.m. on January 4th, word leaked out. Social media exploded. Messages flew from phone to phone across Ouagadougou. And the people did something extraordinary. They came, in their thousands, men and women, old and young, rich and poor, some still in their sleeping clothes, some carrying their children. They left their beds in the middle of the night and poured into the streets. They flooded Nation Square. They surrounded the presidential palace, not to attack, not to demand anything, to protect. They formed human shields around their government. They stood in the cold darkness for hours, chanting, praying, waiting. Their message was simple. If you want to kill our president, you must kill all of us first. I stood at my window and watched them come, wave after wave of my people, the people I swore to serve, the people I would die for. And they were telling me, with their bodies, with their lives, that they would die for me too. In that moment, I understood something that the imperialists will never understand, something that cannot be bought with money or crushed with bombs. You cannot kill a revolution that lives in the hearts of the people. The assassination attempt failed. 9 traitors were arrested that night. Spies, sellouts, men who betrayed their own country for foreign cash. The foreign invasion never came. The drones still fly. And I am still here, speaking to you. But we did not stop there. We pursued justice to its end. On January 6th, our security minister revealed everything on national television. He named Damiba as the mastermind. He played the intercepted recordings. He showed the evidence. The whole conspiracy exposed. On January 12th, we sent an extradition request to Togo, a formal demand, an international arrest warrant, every charge documented. On January 16th, Damiba was arrested in Lomé. The man who thought he was untouchable, protected by foreign powers, was taken into custody. On January 17th, he was handed over to Burkina Faso authorities, flown back to Ouagadougou, the city he once ruled, the city he tried to destroy. On January 20th, Togo officially confirmed the extradition. The news landed like a bombshell across West Africa. Today, Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba sits in a prison cell in Burkina Faso, awaiting trial. The hunter became the hunted. The betrayer faces judgment. Now the international media asks their predictable question. Does Damiba face the death penalty? Let me answer directly. We gave Togo written guarantees, fair trial before legitimate courts, physical integrity respected, no death penalty. Some of my people say this is too merciful. A man who planned to murder the head of state and open the country to foreign invasion deserves the ultimate punishment. I understand their anger. I share their anger. But listen carefully. We are not them. We do not dissolve bodies in acid like they did to Patrice Lumumba in 1961. We do not bomb entire countries into failed states like they did to Libya in 2011. We do not assassinate leaders in cold blood and install puppets like they have done across Africa for 70 years. We believe in justice, not revenge. We believe in courts, not mobs. We believe in law, not chaos. Damiba will face trial. The evidence will be presented. Witnesses will testify. The courts will decide. And the world will see that Burkina Faso, despite everything they say about us, is a nation of laws. The charges are heavy. Criminal embezzlement of public funds. While our soldiers lacked bullets, he filled his pockets. Illicit enrichment. He accumulated wealth no honest public servant could earn. Corruption. He took bribes from those who wanted to exploit our nation. Money laundering. He hid stolen money in foreign accounts. Incitement to commit crimes. From Togo, he recruited Burkina Faso to attack Burkina Faso, and conspiracy to assassinate the head of state and facilitate foreign military invasion. This is the man the imperialists supported. This is their vision for Africa. Corrupt puppets who serve foreign interests and crush their own people. Now let me tell you something important. This was the 5th assassination attempt against me in 3 years. September 2023, coup attempt foiled. April 2025, another plot discovered, linked to foreign governments. January 2026, this latest conspiracy, and others that never made headlines. 5 times they tried, 5 times they failed. No other leader in Africa faces this level of constant attack. Why? Why do they want me dead so badly? I will tell you why. Because in February 2023, I expelled every French soldier from Burkina Faso. For the first time in 60 years, no foreign troops occupy our land. Our soil is ours. Because I nationalized our gold mines, I created Sopamib, a state mining company. Now Burkinabe Gold builds Burkinabe schools, not European mansions. Because in 2025, we achieved food self-sufficiency. For the first time in our history, we can feed ourselves from our own land. We beg no one. We accept no conditions. We kneel to no donor. Because I formed the alliance of Sahel states with Mali and Niger, 3 nations that said enough. 3 nations united against imperialism. When they attack one, they attack all. Because I refuse to kneel. And a kneeling Africa is the only Africa they will accept. They use fear as their primary weapon. They whisper to African leaders in diplomatic meetings. They send messages through intermediaries. They say, be careful. Remember what happened to the others. Thomas Sankara resisted French control. Where is he? Dead. Shot in 1987 by men he trusted. Patrice Lumumba resisted Belgian control. Where is he? Dead. Murdered in 1961. His body dissolved in acid so nothing would remain. Muammar Gaddafi resisted Western control. Where is he? Dead. Killed in 2011. His country turned into a wasteland of slave markets and chaos. They wanted to add my name to that list. Ibrahim Traoré resisted. Where is he? Dead. Another warning. Another severed head displayed for Africa to see. But I am still here, and I will tell you why their strategy is failing. They think killing one man kills a movement. They are wrong. Sankara was killed in 1987. 39 years later, his face is on t-shirts across Africa. His words are quoted by millions who never met him. Every revolutionary on this continent knows his name. I am here because of him. His ideas entered my mind as a young man and never left. Kill me tomorrow, and 10 more will rise. Kill them, and 100 more will rise. Kill them, and 1,000 more will rise. Kill them, and the whole continent will rise. You cannot murder an idea whose time has come. Now they attack us in other ways. This week, Mali banned the French magazine Jeune Afrique. Immediately, Western media screamed, censorship, dictatorship, press freedom under attack. Let me tell you the truth about this. Jeune Afrique is not journalism. It is a weapon. Every article is designed to destabilize our governments, divide our people, prepare the ground for the next coup. They accuse our armies of atrocities while ignoring terrorists who massacre entire villages. They spread lies about fuel shortages to create panic. They interview our enemies and present them as neutral sources. They have never spent one night in a village surrounded by jihadists. They sit in Paris and write stories that get African soldiers killed. For decades, Western media showed Africa as nothing but war, famine, disease, and death. Flies on children's faces, refugees in endless camps, corpses in the streets. They never showed our universities, our innovations, our entrepreneurs, our joy, our dignity. They created an image of Africa that justified their exploitation. Poor, helpless Africa that needs the white man to save it. Now, when we say no more, when we refuse to let them poison our people's minds, they cry censorship. Where was their press freedom when they hid the crimes of colonialism? Where were their journalists when they overthrew Lumumba? Where was their outrage when they destroyed Libya? We see through it, all of it, and we will not apologize for defending ourselves. Now let me speak directly to different people listening to this, to the youth of Africa. They told you this continent is hopeless. They told you your only option is to flee. They told you to risk drowning in the Mediterranean for a chance to wash dishes in Europe, to drive taxis, to be treated as second class forever. They lied. Look at Burkina Faso. 3 years ago, we were a French colony in everything but name. Today, we control our gold. We grow our food. We defend our own borders. We stand upright. If we can do it, you can do it. Stay home, build home, fight for home. Your ancestors did not survive the slave ships and colonialism for you to beg for visas. To the African heads of state who remain silent, I know you watch. I know some of you privately tell me I am right, but publicly say nothing. I know you are afraid. They have compromised you. They have files on you. They have your money in their banks. But fear is a choice. Courage is also a choice. The wind is changing direction. Those who stand with the people will be remembered as heroes. Those who stood with the oppressors will be forgotten, or worse, remembered with shame. It is not too late. Come forward. Confess to your people. They will forgive you. Africans are the most forgiving people on earth. Return to the right path. History is watching. Your children are watching. Choose wisely. To those who orchestrate these plots from Paris, Washington, London, Brussels, your playbook is from 1960. The world has changed. We have phones now. We have internet. We have memory. We have archives. Every coup you organize is documented. Every leader you killed is remembered. Every nation you destroyed is being rebuilt. The young generation has read the declassified files. They know about COINTELPRO. They know about Operation Condor. They know about France Afrique. They know everything. You cannot gaslight a generation that has Google. Your puppets are being arrested. Your plots are being exposed. Your lies are being laughed at. Adapt or be buried by history. To the soldiers of Burkina Faso and the volunteers for the defense of the homeland, you are the shield of this nation. You fight in the north while politicians talk in the capital. You sleep in the dust while others sleep in palaces. Some of you will not return from battle. Some of you have already given everything. I carry your names with me. I carry your faces. Every decision I make, I ask, is this worthy of their sacrifice? To those who have fallen, your blood is not forgotten. Your children will grow up in a free country. This is my sacred promise to you. To my family, you did not choose this life. You did not ask to live with the constant threat of assassination. You did not ask to wonder each morning if today is the day they succeed. But you stayed. You stand with me. And I want you to know, if they kill me tomorrow, do not mourn for long. I lived standing up. I will die standing up. That is more than most men can say. Raise our children to be brave. Tell them their father loved Africa more than he feared death. To my children specifically, if I fall, do not seek revenge. Seek justice. Do not become like them. Build the Africa I dreamed of. That is how you honor my memory. Now let me tell you what comes next. In 2026, we will continue to fight terrorism until every village is safe. We will continue to build roads until every region is connected. We will continue to open schools until every child can read. We will continue to train doctors until no mother dies in childbirth. We will continue to develop our resources for our people. And we will continue to strengthen the alliance of Sahel states. President Assimi Goïta of Mali, General Abdourahmane Tiani of Niger. We are not allies, we are brothers. Our bond is sealed in blood and struggle. When they attack Mali, they attack me. When they attack Niger, they attack me. We are one. Some ask, how long will this continue? How long will the assassination attempts continue? How long must we fight? I will tell you. It will continue until Africa is completely free, until no foreign soldier occupies our soil, until no foreign corporation steals our wealth, until African children believe in their future instead of fleeing from it. It will continue until we win, and we will win, not because we are stronger militarily, not because we have more money, but because we are right, and history always sides with those who are right. They have money, we have truth. They have weapons, we have numbers. They have propaganda, we have memory. They have fear, we have nothing left to lose. A people with nothing to lose cannot be defeated. Remember this. I do not know if I will live to see the Africa we are building. Thomas Sankara was killed at 37. I am 37 years old now. Perhaps this is my year. Perhaps they will finally succeed tomorrow, or next month, or next year. I have made peace with this. A long time ago, I decided that a short life standing upright is better than a long life on my knees. But I know this with absolute certainty. The fire is lit, and it will never go out. When I am gone, others will carry it. When they are gone, others will carry it, generation after generation, until the job is done, until Africa stands fully upright, until our children live with dignity, until the last chain is broken. This is inevitable now. They can delay it, they cannot stop it. The wheel of history is turning, and it turns only in one direction. So to those who sent assassins on January 3rd, I have a final message. You failed. You will fail again. And when you are old and the world has moved past you, you will know that you stood on the wrong side of history. You will know that you fought against the future, and the future won anyway. That is your fate. To be forgotten, to be nothing. And this is our fate. Homeland or death. We shall overcome. This is not a slogan. This is a prophecy. This is what will happen. To the martyrs who died for Burkina Faso, we continue your work. Your sacrifice was not in vain. To the people who stood in the streets on January 3rd, you are the revolution. Without you, I am nothing. With you, we are unstoppable. To Africa, your time is coming, faster than they think, faster than even we expected. To the world, watch us rise. When the people stand up, imperialism trembles. We are standing, imperialism is trembling, and we will not sit down until we are free. Long live Burkina Faso, long live Mali, long live Niger, long live the Alliance of Sahel States, long live Africa, until victory, always.